From the 10 o'clock team, it's good night.
Good evening and welcome to Look North tonight. The Afghan families who've put trauma behind them and built new lives in Yorkshire. Hello, good evening. Today marks the first anniversary of the Taliban seizing power in Afghanistan, causing thousands of people to flee for their lives. The government says the UK will welcome up to 20,000 evacuees under the Afghan Citizens Resettlement Scheme, but almost half that number are still living in hotels a year on. 738 individuals have been resettled into accommodation across the 15 local authority areas in Yorkshire and the Humber. And councils have pledged to resettle 518 more by next March, bringing the total to 1,256, in line with the population size. Well, the Home Office couldn't tell us how many others are staying in our hotels in our region, awaiting resettlement across the country. But Migration Yorkshire estimate the figures running into the hundreds. Well, Kathy Killick met two refugee families to find out how the last year has been for them.
It was a year ago that these chaotic scenes were seen around the world as thousands of people tried to flee Afghanistan as the Taliban took control of the country. Among the desperate crush was Haroon, his wife Zahara, and their children Omran and Zana. Haroon was a firefighter at a Western military base. Now he's a customer advisor in a supermarket. With great determination, he and his family are rebuilding their lives.
It's good in here, the life is very good, so I'm very happy that I came out from Afghanistan because of my children. Now they are making their futures and they are building their futures.
Zahara is a fully qualified midwife and hopes to practice here and is working on her English.
She's trying hard, like every day. Till 2 o'clock in the evening, she's just studying through YouTube, through books. She's going to library. If you work hard a little bit, not all the life, so then you will get something.
The family is living in a housing association house in Leeds and feel hopeful and positive, but other refugees are finding life tougher. Many, a year on, are still in hotels. Mohammed Jalali was a senior police officer married to an MP. His English teacher is here to interpret for him. He's extremely grateful to the UK government for rescuing him, his wife and 4 children, but longs for a home and a job. We had a very warm welcome here. But now work is very important for us because we feel part and parcel of this society. We are living in this country. We want to help the society here as well. So if we're given work, we'll be able to participate in economic activity. We'll be able to contribute our own role in developing the economy. As a former MP, Mohammed's wife Nilofar has paid dearly for her freedom. The couple's hopes lie in their children, now at school in Yorkshire. Meanwhile, back in Afghanistan, friends, family and colleagues are still trapped, a constant source of worry and concern. When Prince William visited last year, Haroon raised their plight. He hopes others can still find the safety and security he's himself found in the UK. Kathy Killick, BBC Look North, Leeds.
Next, a stretch of the M18 motorway in South Yorkshire has been closed tonight after a lorry set on fire. The incident happened around 5:30 this evening. It was at junction 2 near Doncaster. South Yorkshire Police and the fire service are at the scene. The fire service say drivers should avoid the area if possible, and it's likely to be closed all night in both directions. Next, police have named a 20-year-old man who drowned in South Yorkshire over the weekend. Jay Walker was visiting Doncaster Lakeside with friends on Saturday afternoon. He went missing after going for a swim to cool off. His body was found later that day. Northern mayors are calling on the government for urgent financial support to help bus services. It's feared hundreds of routes could be stopped or reduced. The mayors say cuts would decimate the network, leaving people isolated and unable to get to work or education. Well, the bus recovery grant, which was introduced to help services during the pandemic, is due to end in October. And after a long spell of hot, dry weather, thundery showers are expected across parts of our region in the next few days. But with a hosepipe ban due to come into force, gardeners are looking at how to make the best of any rain. Here's a very quick bit of advice from an expert.
Well, ideally, nice, steady, gentle rain is better for the gardens. It'll absorb much better. But in the meantime, water butts, barrels, collect that rainwater. It's important to hang on to it now when it's dry next.
Good advice there, but how much rain are we going to get?
Well, I think the problem is we're going to get it in a short space of time and a lot of it, and with very, very dry ground, that could lead to the risk of some flash flooding. And for that reason, we do have a thunderstorm warning overnight tonight and right the way through tomorrow as well. Some torrential downpours, though not everywhere, getting the heaviest of those showers. So low pressure is dominating our weather through tomorrow, but out to the west, a ridge of high pressure will bring more settled conditions for Wednesday. Before the Atlantic takes over again, you see these weather systems out in the west, and that means it will turn unsettled again towards the end of the week. So we have had some thundery showers across parts of North Yorkshire. Here's where we've got the greatest risk of still catching one overnight. But as you can see, for a lot of places it will be dry, a muggy, humid night once again, with temperatures only down to around 15 or 16 degrees. So tomorrow morning, a lot of cloud around. There could be the odd shower from the word go, but an increased risk as we head through the day and on into the afternoon. The showers will become more frequent, some of them slow-moving, heavy and thundery, but not everywhere catching the heaviest of those showers. It'll become very breezy, windy in fact along the coast, and just look at these temperatures down from around 26 or 27 degrees today. Hannah.
We might finally get some sleep. That's all from us. Claire's back tomorrow. Goodbye.